all ready?
Hold on, let me just, everybody ready? Hold position.
Okay. Here we go.
We're good.
I'm gonna unmute. Are we recording?
Yep, Jude, go ahead. Thank you.
Okay. Good evening, everyone. This is the Mayor and Council work session for Wednesday, March 13th, 2024. This meeting is also being conducted telephonically. The dial-in number is 425-436-6365. The access code is 213563#. You may also view this meeting on the Ramsey YouTube channel that you can find on the Ramsey Borough website. May we have roll call, please?
Mayor Dillon.
Here.
Councilwoman Cusick.
Here.
Councilman Gutwetter.
Here.
Councilman Kilman.
Here.
Councilman Popolo.
Here.
Councilwoman Poppy.
Here.
Councilwoman Woods.
Here.
May we stand for the flag salute, please? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. The New Jersey Open Public Meetings Law was enacted to ensure the right of all citizens to have advance notice of and to attend all meetings of public bodies at which any business affecting the public is discussed or acted upon. In accordance with the provisions of this act, notice of this meeting of the Mayor and Council was published in the Bergen Record and the Ridgewood News on Friday, January 19th, 2024. May we have approval of minutes, please?
Council President Kilman, this is Councilwoman Cusick, and I would like to make a motion to approve the minutes from the 28th February 2024 meeting.
Do we have a second?
Second.
Thank you. Any comments on the minutes? Not hearing any. Roll call, please, Ms. Bendian.
Councilwoman Cusick.
Yes.
Councilman Gutwetter.
Yes.
Councilman Kilman.
Yes.
Councilman Popolo.
Yes.
Councilwoman Poppy.
Yes.
Councilwoman Woods.
Yes.
May we have the approval and filing of communications?
Yes, Council President, I would like to make a motion to receive and file the communications as listed on the work session agenda.
Thank you, Councilwoman. And I will second it. Any comments on the communications? Not hearing any. Roll call, please, Ms. Bendian.
Councilwoman Cusick.
Yes.
Councilman Gutwetter.
Yes.
Councilman Kilman.
Yes.
Councilman Popolo.
Yes.
Councilwoman Poppy.
Yes.
Councilwoman Woods.
Yes.
Thank you. Public comment. Anyone wishing to address the governing body, please give your name, spelling the last name and address. Please speak in an audible tone and address your comments to the chair. There will be a 5-minute time limit per speaker unless reduced by the volume of business on the agenda. Please know public comment is your time. Out of respect and fairness to all, there will be no interruptions or questions answered during your time. No time shall be ceded to anyone else, and no time shall be saved for later use. Any responses may be given during the governing body's comments later in the meeting or as directed by the chair. The Borough Clerk is the official timekeeper. So at this time, not seeing anyone in the audience, I open it up for anyone who, our audience on the telephone. Second call for anyone for public comment on our telephone. And third and final call for anyone wishing to address the governing body during public comment. Not hearing anyone, we will close public comment at this time. And now we will move into the advertised public hearing for final consideration of ordinances. Ordinance 02-2024. Councilman Gutwetter.
Thank you, Council President Kilman. This is the reading of the final ordinance number 02-2024. Be resolved that an ordinance entitled Ordinance to Exceed the Municipal Budget Appropriation Limits and to establish a cap bank, have been brought up for public hearing and all persons interested having been given an opportunity to be heard, pass final reading by title, and that said ordinance be adopted as an ordinance of the Borough of Ramsey. And be it further resolved that the Borough Clerk be and she hereby is directed to cause a copy of the title of said ordinance to be published in an official newspaper of the Borough in the manner provided by law, together with the notice of the date of introduction and adoption of said ordinance.
Thank you. Do we have a second?
I'll second that.
Thank you, Councilman. Any comments, Councilman Goodwin?
Council President, I have a couple comments on this.
Yes, please, Mr. Bozay.
This is a pro forma or standard ordinance municipalities across New Jersey adopt each year ahead of adopting the municipal budget. The state allows the municipality, if they adopt this ordinance, to potentially increase their budget appropriations within cap by up to 3.5% from the prior year's budgeted appropriations. This does not impact the tax levy cap of 2%. It deals with appropriation line items under the state municipal cap and allows flexibility if in a given year certain line items need to be increased above the appropriation cap. While Ramsey may not utilize this flexibility, there's no harm in adopting the ordinance, and any amount under the revised allowable level a town has may be banked for future potential use down in future years.
Thank you. At this time, we're going to open this up for our public hearing for ordinance 02-2024 to the public. At this time is the first call for public hearing on ordinance 02-2024. Is there anyone on the line wishing to make a comment? Second call for anyone wishing to address us during public hearing for this particular ordinance, 02-2024. Third call for public hearing for ordinance 2024 on the phone line. Not hearing any, we will close public hearing for ordinance 02-2024. And Ms. Bendian, may we have a roll call, please?
Councilwoman Cusick?
Yes.
Councilman Gutwetter?
Yes.
Councilman Kilman?
Yes.
Councilman Popolo?
Yes.
Councilwoman Poppy?
Yes.
Councilwoman Woods?
Yes.
I have a comment, just briefly. Mr. Vazquez, should I have done this out of order so you could do
No,
your
that's
comments?
fine.
Are we good?
No.
We're good, okay, okay. Just wanted to check. Ordinance 03-2024. This ordinance to be brought for final hearing. Councilman Gutwetter.
Thank you, Council President Kilman. This is the reading of the final ordinance number 03-2024, an ordinance authorizing a special emergency appropriation in the amount of $430,000 for the preparation and execution of a complete revaluation of real property for the use of the local assessor in the Borough of Ramsey, County of Bergen, State of New Jersey. Having been brought up for public hearing and all persons interested having been given an opportunity to be heard, pass final reading by title, and that said ordinance be adopted as an ordinance of the Borough of Ramsey. And be it further resolved that the Borough Clerk be and she hereby is directed to cause a copy of the title of said ordinance to be published in an official newspaper of the Borough in the manner provided by law, together with a notice of the date of introduction and adoption of said ordinance.
Thank you. Are there any comments regarding this particular ordinance?
Yeah, I'll have some comments.
Oh, I apologize. Do we have a second?
A second.
My mistake. Comments, please, Mr.
Sure.
Bozay?
Sure. The County of Bergen Board of Taxation on February 7, 2024 issued an order to the Borough of Ramsey to undertake a program of revaluation of all real property within the Borough of Ramsey. The borough has met with Appraisal Systems, Inc., an experienced firm in this area, to perform the work. Appraisal Systems has many municipal clients in northern New Jersey, successfully performed these services for Ramsey during our last property revaluation. This ordinance will allow the borough to finance this appropriation over multiple municipal budget years with at least 1/5 of the amount in each year's budget, rather than have the entire expenditure in a single budget year.
Thank you, Mr. Bozay. Are there any other comments from any of the members on the dais? Not hearing any. We will now open this up for public hearing from the audience, and not seeing anyone once again in this room. Anyone on the phone line wish to make a comment for ordinance 03-2024. Second call for public hearing for final consideration of ordinance 03-2024. And lastly, third and final call for public hearing for final consideration on ordinance 03-2024. Not hearing anyone, we will close the public hearing for this particular ordinance. And Ms. Bendian, may we have roll call, please?
Councilwoman Cusick?
Yes.
Councilman Goodwetter?
Yes.
Councilman Kilman?
Yes.
Councilman Papalo?
Yes.
Councilwoman Poppy?
Yes.
Councilwoman Woods?
Yes.
Thank you. There are no appointments this evening, and so we'll move to consent resolutions. Once again, Councilman Goodwin.
Thank you, Council President Kilman. Be it resolved that resolutions 065-2024 through and including 069-2024, having been considered by the governing body of the Borough of Ramsey, be and are hereby passed and approved. There are a couple special permit requests. Ramsey High School Band and Guard parents are requesting permission to hold the annual door-to-door hoagie sale from March 15th to March 24th, 2024, with delivery on April 6th, 2024. And the Ramsey VFW Post 12148 is requesting permission to collect funds from May 1st to June 30th, 2024. They will be at Bagel Boys, Bottle King, Dunkin' Donuts, Brady's, Aldi, B&G Bagels, Uncle G's, Ramsey Liquors, ShopRite, Post Office, Chick-fil-A, Ramsey Gourmet, La Gondola, and Lotitos. They have received store owners' permissions in all cases. And there are no block party requests this evening.
Thank you very much. May we have a second?
I'll second that.
Thank you. May we have a roll call, please?
Councilwoman Cusick?
Yes.
Councilman Goodwetter?
Yes?
Councilman Kilman?
Yes.
Councilman Papalo?
Yes.
Councilwoman Poppy?
Yes.
Councilwoman Woods?
Yes.
Thank you. There are no special presentations this evening, so we will move directly into committee and liaison reports. Finance and Administration, Councilman Michael Goodwetter.
Everybody's getting sick and listening to you. No, I am. Okay, I'm gonna keep this short. For the library board, the HVAC renovation project is nearing completion and should be completed by early April. The children's room renovation will start shortly thereafter. The library recently held a Lunar New Year celebration at the community center with over 200 attendees and featured cultural music and dancing. This Saturday, March 16th, from 12 to 3 p.m. is New Jersey Maker Day, which features activities and demonstrations on science, technology, arts, engineering, and math. That's STEAM. This year, the event will feature project demonstrations from Ramsey High School Robotics Club students experimenting and play with library STEAM equipment, including robotics and circuitry kits, and other STEAM projects and tool demonstrations. The library is reviewing the submissions for the Young Writers Short Fiction Story Contest for 4th and 5th graders, and the winners will be announced at the end of May. The Recreation Commission, the winter sports, basketball and wrestling are wrapping up this month. Spring sports, baseball, softball, lacrosse are getting ready for their seasons, as adult softball leagues are forming and play will begin in April. And on March 23rd, the Rec Commission is partnering with the Ramsey Fire Department for an Easter egg hunt starting at 9 a.m. I will let one of my colleagues reveal who is stuffing 3,000 Easter eggs worth of candy. Ramsey Farmers Market. The market is open Sundays from 9 to 12, and the hours will expand in May. March 24th will be a Touch a Truck event sponsored by the Ramsey Juniors, and April 7th is a second-hand toy collection. All for my report this evening.
Thank you very much, Councilman Goodwetter. Public Safety, that is my report, and mine's brief as well tonight. Members of the Ramsey Emergency Services Complex Development Committee and NETA Architects continue to work on the new Emergency Services Complex Development Plan following their meeting with the Planning Board in February. We have set up a page on the Borough website for this project under the Community heading on the landing page, and it's featured in the left side column bar. The folder is titled Fire Rescue OEM Building Project, where anyone who is interested can find the plans and pertinent information as it is completed. When ready, we will set a date for the updated Emergency Services Complex Development Design Plan to be presented to the mayor and council, and that will be open to the public. Following, on another topic, Ramsey Deer Management, following the 13th mayoral meeting, Dr. Chris Haas, who is spearheading this effort, along with the team, and that team consists of Mayor Dillon, Chief Lyman, Borough Administrator Mr. Vosé, Borough Attorney Mr. Scandariato, and myself, continue to perform due diligence to learn any issues, pro and con, that may have arisen regarding deer management programs in other municipalities before formulating potential proposals on how to deal with deer overpopulation. And that's where we stand with that. And that concludes my report. Moving on, we'll go to Building, Planning, and Zoning. Councilman Jane Woods.
Thank you, Council President. Senior trustees will meet tomorrow at 11 o'clock on March 14th. The zoning board will meet on March 20th, and design review board will meet March 24th. I win for shortest report.
Wow, you do.
Thank you, Councilwoman. Utilities, Buildings, and Grounds, Councilwoman Judy Cusick.
Thank you, Council President Kilman. This report will provide an update regarding our Planning Board, Shade Tree Commission, and Board of Public Works. The Planning Board met on the 5th of March. There were 3 site plan waivers, all approved, 2 public hearings for the Ramsey Interstate Center LLC. They're going to add a Paris Baguette Bakery and Cafe right next to the workout place. I just think it's funny. And the second hearing was the Quality of Bergen LLC. The Interstate hearing was completed. The Quality of Bergen LLC hearing was carried again to May of 2024. The Planning Board will meet next on the 2nd of April, 2024. The Shade Tree Commission met on the 15th of February. Our next meeting is next week, 21st of March. There's information on our borough's website regarding our Shade Tree Commission. And finally, the Board of Public Works last met on the 26th of February. The next meeting is 18th of March, this coming Monday. As I said prior, per and polyfluorinated substances, PFAS, are a group of chemicals used to make fluoropolymer coatings and products that resist heat, oil, stains, grease, and water. The EPA has not yet issued revised PFAS water quality limits, but in preparation, H2M, our consultant, has begun reviewing treatment alternatives for our borough's water system. Also, our lead service line replacement project continues. The NJDEP has a requirement that all lead service lines served by our water system be replaced by the year 2031. H2M, our consultant, is working with the Ramsey BPW and with Borough for the next phase of our lead service line replacement program, which will include test pit excavation and replacement of discovered lead service lines, which would be performed in the spring and summer of 2024. Thank you, Council President.
Thank you, Councilwoman Judy Cusick. And now, we'll move down to public and governmental relations. Councilwoman Sarah Fisher Poppy.
Thank you, Council President Gilman. We have met since the last time the pool commission met and adopted their budget for this year and settled on their member rates. The next meeting will be held Wednesday, April 20th at 7:30 p.m. in Borough Hall. All articles have been submitted for the Ramsey Journal, and the efforts on the layout have begun. I'd like to extend my gratitude to Kelly Sylvester for assisting me with editing of the articles and reviewing them as they come in. The journal's expected to be in mailboxes the week of April 8th. Due to the light agenda, the RMA will not meet this month. Their next meeting is April 22nd. The Mayor, Council, and Ramsey Police Department will be holding a Coffee with the Council event open to all residents in Ramsey on April 21st from 10 to 12 at the Ramsey Community Center. Bagels and coffee will be served, and we'll offer a craft for the children. We hope to see you there. And that concludes my report. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilwoman Poppy. Health, Education, and Social Services, Councilman Glenn Popolo.
Thank you, Council President Kilman. Begin with Rife. We completed our basketball program this past Saturday, and thank you to everyone who volunteered their time. I know it was multiple changes on locations, so thank you for sticking with it for the whole year. Art Night is actually going on right now in Ramsey Community Center. Roughly 35 participants are creating a spring butterfly, and that's what they're doing at this time. And then the next event will be karaoke, which is tentatively for 4/25. And that'll be, I believe, at the Knights of Columbus to ensure that.
Yes.
For Environmental Committee, we met last night, 7:30. The compost food scrap is underway. Residents are depositing their recyclables there. We have about 50 residents now that have been a part of the program. It can go up to 100 with the vendor. That's what we agreed to. Tentatively, we have scheduled for a get-together on Saturday, March 23rd. Still working on the time, but it looks like it'll be probably mid-morning to do something there. Just to advise, we advised all the residents to park outside the DPW and walk in, obviously, to kind of do anything there, to not have an issue with a lot of traffic going through. And then the rain date will be the following Saturday. So they were looking to do it on a Sunday, but I said, no, we'll do it on a Saturday, which would be March 30th, if we have to have that. Reminder, Ramsey Cleanup Day is April 6th, 10 to 2. And then the plastic toy drive is the following day, April 7th, at Farmers Market from 9 to 12. Board of Ed will meet on the 19th of March. That concludes my update.
Thank you, Councilman Popolo. Now that we've heard from our councilmen and women, I now draw your attention to our report from Mayor Deirdre Dillon.
Thank you, Council President Kilman. This past Saturday, I had the pleasure of presenting medals to all of the basketball challengers, which is always nice. It's always a very enthusiastic time, and lots of smiles on lots of faces, so that
Sure
was
they
very
enjoyed that.
special. I was very happy to be asked to do so. Regarding the library, the HVAC repairs are coming along, and we're hoping that the refurbishment of the children's room will start in either late May or early June. We're very excited about this refurbishment. The room is going to be spectacular. It's also going to have a far better layout and make it more user-friendly. And I want to let everybody know that for the first time, there's going to be a Ramadan celebration on March 2nd from 5 to 6 p.m. at the Ramsey Community Center on East Oak.
20.
I'm sorry, March 22nd.
Yeah.
That's what, yeah, March 22nd, Friday, March 22nd from 5 to 6 at the Ramsey Community Center. And that concludes my remarks. Thank you.
Thank you, Mayor Dillon. Borough Administrator, Mr. Bruce Lozay.
Thank you, Council President. A few comments on some of the items on tonight's agenda. Resolution 67 authorizes the sale of 430,000 special emergency notes for the property revaluation. This resolution allows the borough to borrow the money that was authorized and discussed for Ordinance 3 of 2024 for the townwide property tax revaluation pursuant to New Jersey State statute. Resolution 68, as discussed again previously tonight and at prior mayor and council meetings, the borough must complete this townwide property revaluation. Appraisal Systems had done the last borough revaluation as one of the leading companies for this type of work. This resolution awards the contract to Appraisal Systems for the revaluation and 5 additional years of annual reassessments to maintain the borough's assessed value at market. Resolution 69 approves a change order for Neta Architects under the contract for the Firehouse Rescue Squad OEM project. The change order is in the amount of $4,657.50. The change orders for additional work needed on a structural analysis and modification design for the existing communication tower on the property to be relocated. The budget timing is that we have the budget information appears on the website. The presentation on the budget, and the budget was introduced last meeting. And the hearing will be the next mayor and council meeting on March 27th at 7 PM would be the public hearing and vote on adoption for the budget. One comment on the communications we received tonight. This would be volume 23 in the suggestion series with suggestions 40 and 41. Suggestion 40 involved information from the full property tax revaluation being posted on the website regarding the 2014 revaluation. As the revaluation process moves forward for the 2024 one, and once it's completed, information will be posted on the borough website. In addition, we will look to post a link on the website to the county tax site, which maintains online property information. Suggestion 41 is redundant to a prior suggestion. There are multiple ways and links on the site that go to the mayor and council page where you can directly link to their emails. So at this time, the borough is not looking to add an additional link for, quote, suggestions to the mayor and council. And that would conclude my comments.
Thank you, Mr. Bozay. Counselor, any
Nothing,
comments?
thank you, sir.
I have nothing.
Ms.
thank you.
Bendian? Nothing at this time?
No,
Thank you. I see that we don't have any introduction of ordinances. Do we have any unfinished business? Do we have any new business? Not seeing any or hearing any. May I have a motion for adjournment?
Motion to adjourn?
Have a second.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.